Shalom. This is your brother Yakal Laha Kwatazah from Wichita, Kansas. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the men of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. I want to say Slakia for not posting or doing any lessons lately these past few days. I have problems with my teeth, my wisdom teeth, my back wisdom teeth. All right, they flare out when I eat a lot of hard foods like nuts, seeds, and like chips, or just hard foods. Foods where I have to like chew more. And they were flaring out a lot because I was eating a lot of hard food, this past week or two, and last week, and they flare out. And what they do is they jab into and they cut into my gums. All right, and I already have like I believe not a cavity, but they were jabbed into the gums of my bottom wisdom teeth, and my left part of my jaw, my left bottom wisdom tooth was infected, and my whole left side of my face was like flared out, and I was in a whole bunch of pain, and I was unable to speak, without being in pain, and I just couldn't talk. I could talk, but for just a few words, And then I went to go get it looked at, and they pulled out, my top wisdom tooth, which that was the one doing the most damage. And I was in a lot of pain. They had to put those cotton mouthpieces, in the back of my jaw, and getting the tooth pulled out wasn't bad at all, man. But just have that cotton mouthpiece in my mouth, that was just so irritating / irritable, uncomfortable feeling, man. It was like torture. And I had to have that thing in my mouth for 2 hours. On top of that, another hour before that, because I was still bleeding, and I was in complete hell, man. And I'm like, if the Lord took my spirit then, I wouldn't mind, because I was in so much hell, man. But hey, I'm gonna take that as a blessing, because the Lord, He puts us through these afflictions and tribulations to prepare our spirit and our minds, for Jacob's trouble, for what's to come. All right, because we're gonna go through a lot during Jacob's trouble. All right, and we can't be weak-spirited. We can't be weak in this thing, man. All right, because we're gonna go through the worst times that the world will ever see. All right. And the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. All right. Okay. That's why the Lord has us. You get sick, and puts a thorn in our flesh. All right. And has us go through these tough times and tribulations, man. When we think everything's going perfectly fine, because before that, I was on a roll, man. Spiritually, and even outside of the truth. I was in the gym, gaining muscle, and then what else? It's just then this happened, and I can't eat nothing hard. I have to cut back on my protein intake, just eating intake in general. I have to eat soft things. I'm drinking protein shakes. I can't even eat too much greens because it's gonna thin my blood. So I'm scared it's gonna thin my blood so much, where I'm gonna start bleeding again. So I can't eat how I want to, But hey, we're not gonna eat how we want to when Jacob's trouble comes. So that's the Lord putting us through afflictions, toughening our spirit. All right. But that's not the topic of this lesson. The topic of this lesson is going to be about, this video right here about Sneako. If you Akim know about Sneako, he's a so-called MGTOW dude, if y'all know what MGTOW is, kudos to you. Men going their own way. But he just started popping last year, the year before that, and he gets a lot of flack for being a MGTOW dude. But he's I like his spirit, but he's not. He may be spiritual, but in the wrong ways. And he's so-called Filipino, but he has to be a Jake, because a lot of those Filipinos, I believe 80% of them, at least, maybe at most, but I don't know, around 80% of them are Israelites, man. Northern Kingdom, some of them are Southern Kingdom, all right? Because they act like Jake, man. They like the things that Jake like, all right? They like Kobe Bryant. They like playing basketball. They like boxing, all right? They get along with Northern Kingdom, with Jake. One of my uncles, all right, on my father's side, all right, he married a Filipino chick, because she has to be a Jake, she got to be a Jake, she acts like a Jake too anyway. But most of the Filipino, long story short, this guy's an Israelite, even though he's a Filipino. But he's into Islam, man. He just recently got into Islam. He went to, I think Saudi Arabia. I don't know. He went to one of those big old, I don't know what they call those Muslim places where they worship. But yeah, he went there, and this is him explaining, what he thinks about it. And I'm gonna bring up some precepts. All right, he was explaining, he was saying, he likes Islam, Islam's fun, this and that, he's been learning a lot, it benefits his life and whatnot, etc. You heard what he said, you heard what the man said. But as Israelites, Jake, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans in scattered, confusion of face, scattered abroad, we're not